Okej, halo, halo, ludzie. Czy mnie już słychać? Dobra, jest. Elo. No to oglądamy, słuchajcie. Ja wam troszeczkę będę to tłumaczył. I słuchajcie, już powiedzieli chyba temat aktualizacji. To będzie, słuchajcie, aktualizacja jaskiń. W końcu. To super. Czekamy. Dobra, czekajcie tutaj. Okej, super. Czekajcie chwilkę.
And another pillar that we actually integrated into this was adding strategy to mining. So of course Minecraft already has plenty of strategy in mining, but we wanted to see if we could push that just a little bit further and add even more mechanics that
drugim koncie, na którym mam
mine
już
in the caves.
nie o to chodzi. O to, dobra. Okej. Minecraft Live.
Like contrast and like inspire players to like craft their own underground adventures to build underground. And one thing we have done to fulfill this pillar is that we have added new cave biomes, and one of them is the lush cave.
Okej. Nie to. Kurde, nie, czekajcie, nie, chwila. Przedstawiam, co będzie właśnie. Wait a second. Jest Minecraft Live. No i patrzcie, to będzie pierwszy rodzaj cave'a, który zostanie zdany. Czyli taki roślinny jakby, nie? Strasznie fajny. I know megas. Wow. Jak zarąbiście. Jakie zarąbiste to, ej. Taki mech będzie. Ładne to. On mówi, że to jest piękne, bo to jest piękne w sumie. Także on mówi, że wszystkie cave'y w Minecrafcie teraz są identyczne, są takie same, nie?
And I mean, I think it looks amazing.
It's gorgeous. What was the inspiration behind it? So we were thinking about, okay, how should it feel when you're in a lush cave? And we wanted to be like, so you feel like very tiny inside like a big garden or big forest. So like when you look up, it's actually like vegetation above you, it's vegetation around you.
Jakby w cave'ach czujesz się taki mały nieraz, jakby. Znaczy mały, no teraz cave'y są takie malutkie i w ogóle. A tutaj
it's like huge forest and you see like the bottom of the trees because the vegetation is like so big compared to the character. And you're adding so many new plants in the lush caves.
Yes, so I don't know if you saw, but there was this new tree that was actually above on the overworld, and this is called an Azalea Tree. So it's a unique type of tree
będzie nowy rodzaj drzew. Więc no, pod drzewami będzie ten cave, bo to jest jakby takie korzenie drzew, nie? Słuchajcie.
One of the new blocks is a block called Spore Blossom. And it's that you maybe saw it in the video. It's a big pink flower that you find in the roof of the lush cave. And it
Także będą takie kwiaty po prostu rosnące tak z góry, nie?
The big volume around it with particles. So it's similar to the particles that we added to the nether biome.
I będą partykle specjalne dla nich.
That you can move the flower if you want to and get this
tak, czyli można będzie zbierać te kwiaty i sobie je stawiać gdziekolwiek na świecie, nie? I będą te, takie właśnie zwisające jakby liany, tylko że z jakby świecącymi tymi, jakby specjalnymi świecącymi takimi rzeczami.
They grow quite tall, but they have like a little plant on the top that you can actually hop onto. So the idea of the mechanic behind it is that the leaf will actually tilt down when you stand on it too long. So this will actually make you fall through.
Aha, czyli jeżeli za długo będziemy stali na liściu,
Platforming block that allows you to just, continue platforming over and over
to wtedy...
which I hope is really exciting for...
Aha, czyli jeżeli na tym będziemy stać, to się będzie zapadać. Okej. Okej. Ej, spoko to. Będą takie właśnie roślinki teraz nowe.
Because in the end of the show, we will show even more features coming to the Caves and Cliffs update, and then we're gonna show that more.
This is the first time we have so much that we're actually splitting.
Okej. Czyli będą jeszcze inne, ale przed tym będzie jakiś show czy coś takiego, nie?
You've also worked on improving the cave generation.
Uuu, jakie zarąbiste. Coś takiego będzie. Jakby będą takie cave'y i będą takie podwodne, takie będzie nagle woda. Zarąbiste. A i diamenty były po lewej. O, jak zarąbiste to. Tutaj wchodzisz na coś takiego i to jest do powierzchni. Jak zarąbiste.
Player here will actually use a boat to raft, and that is just such an exciting opportunity to be able to traverse the caves in a very different way than usual.
Jakie zarąbiste to!
Playtesting, and then one of the days like, look at this, it's so fun, and all of us just started to go with the boat on the water. It was a lot of fun.
Tylko zastanawia mnie jedna rzecz, bo te cave'y są mega głębokie, a jakby level bedrocka jest dosyć wysoko w sumie. Jakby sama powierzchnia jest nisko, więc myślę, że albo będzie podwyższony świat cały, albo takie cave'y się będą respić tylko w jakichś górach ogromnych.
So that means that we have so much variation. Because, for example, a lush cave can, for example, generate, in a super narrow tunnel, but it can also generate in like huge caverns, and that creates completely different atmospheres, but still the same biome.
Bo jakby te cave'y, jakby roślinne, te co były wcześniej, są takie malutkie, takie wiecie, takie ciasne, takie malutkie, przyjemne, a te są takie ogromne, nie?
There are so many different variables of how the variation works, and I mean, it has even more variation than the overworld itself. It's just crazy.
It's a lot. Yeah, some of the caves, for example, have really cool.
Musieli robić różne wariacje, podnosząc świat i tak dalej.
Lots of variation.
Very nice. And you have another new cave file to show us.
Yes, so we have the Dripstone Caves biome.
O, jakie zarąbiste to!
The idea of a cave update, the image of stalagmites and stalactites comes into my head. But adding these are pretty
Fajne to,
difficult,
naprawdę. I to są nowe bloki, tam, wiecie, o tutaj na górze. Na przykład te całe bloki, nie jakby te zwisające, tylko te całe bloki były.
So you can see that someone destroyed the block up the top, and so the dripstone fell down. And also, unfortunately for this zombie here, if you fall on these dripstones, you get hurt.
There's another.
Czyli to będzie troszkę niebezpieczne.
Yes, so maybe you saw in the video that, like, from the stalactites, you could see that it was like dripping water. So actually, if you put the cauldron under a stalactite, it will fill up with water. So it's renewable water.
And how do you remember which is stalactites and stalagmites?
Czyli jakby będzie spać woda, jeżeli będziemy pod stalagmitami. Stalaktytami, nie wiem. Tymi z góry, nie wiem, nigdy nie wiem. Okej, ona teraz mówi, bo też się pomyliła.
All of us.
For a long time, even.
And you have something really amazing in this update for the sort of redstone engineers out there.
Yes.
Będzie nowy redstone?
We've actually been thinking about this redstone block that lives in the deep dark. a new biome at the deepest depths of the world. We're not going to talk about this biome too much.
Jak będzie mega nisko jakiś jeszcze biom, taki mega nisko biom. I coś chyba mamy z redstone'em. A nie, coś takiego.
And this is called the skulk blocks. And one of the blocks is called the skulk sensor. This is the new redstone block. As you can see, when you place or destroy a block, or if you have footsteps, it'll actually detect the vibrations around and then emit a redstone signal.
Okej, czyli to będzie, jeżeli ktoś będzie podchodził, wtedy to będzie się trząść i wtedy będzie wysyłał sygnał redstone'a. Fajne dlatego, żeby ochronić swoją bazę.
Get into the skulk sensor. So let's take a look at that now.
Podchodzisz? Jakie zarąbiste!
Next to the skulk sensor, and it's actually kind of doing an infinite loop where the piston is causing a vibration and then it's activating the skulk sensor and going over and over again. But here I've actually
I dźwignia też tak będzie działała.
Piston, which prevents the signal from going
To jest...
to the skulk sensor. This can allow you to even do sort of directional skulk sensors where you can put wall blocks on each side.
Nowe będą bramki. Będzie można robić nowe bramki, czyli coś takiego, że jakby... Będzie można zmienić dźwignię na guzik, tylko że jeszcze łatwiej. Niż się to robiło jakimiś pistonami, kurde, wariacjami. Teraz po prostu wystarczy jeden blok.
Yes.
So, and we didn't even plan to add it, but then when we started playing,
Będzie bezprzewodowy redstone, co?
exciting and well, you can just build so many cool.
Boże święty, przecież to będzie kompletnie. To będzie kompletna renowacja w redstone'ie przecież.
Like feels great for everyone.
I z tego na pewno będę korzystał, kiedy już to zostanie dodane.
Really want to make sure that we get it right, and you know we love the redstone community, and we want to make sure that we do it right. So any feedback you have, any ideas, send it to us, and we'll work with you to make this the best block that it can be.
And now we said there's another mob coming later, but I think it's time for a new mob coming to the Caves and Cliffs update.
It is.
To jest, ten update się nazywa Cave i Cliffy.
Deepest of the underground, in the deep dark. And this is a very dark place. And the cool thing is that this mob is very well adapted to the environment. So it can't see anything. So it's the first blind mob in Minecraft. And that's very interesting because it gives such interesting mechanics. So instead, it will react to vibrations, just like the skulk sensor block. So if you aren't like very careful when you walk around in the deep dark, you might upset that mob.
Yeah, with this mob we really wanted to make sure.
Będzie mob, który będzie działał tak samo jak ten blok, czyli będzie wykrywał nasze wibracje naszych kroków.
So we wanted to make sure that we kind of go back to that. I mean, caves can be scary; they're dark, and all I'm going to say is that when you go into the deep dark, I want to make sure that you're very quiet and watch closely for the warden.
Z jakiego będzie? Okej. Jakieś moby to będą słyszały, jeżeli coś takiego zrobimy. Jeżeli będziemy tak trząść tymi, wtedy jakieś moby nas usłyszą. Podobno i zaczną atakować? Tak? A i tutaj po lewej są nowe pochodnie chyba. Nie mów, że to będzie nowy rodzaj cave'ów. Inaczej taka struktura w cave'ach. W sensie taki domek jakby. Jak się rozjaśni, przyciemni. Ciekawe, czy to będzie tak działało, że tak będzie się rozjaśniał i przyciemniało ten cave. Co to? On będzie słyszał to z kwiatków. No to on będzie takim wielkim kwiatkiem. I jeżeli usłyszy w danym miejscu wibrację, to tam pójdzie. Co? Co to jest? Oh god. Trzeba będzie z tym walczyć, tak? Ale to będzie kolejne zastosowanie dla śnieżek poza samymi tymi. Ile on zadaje HP? Kurde, ej, on zadaje mega dużo HP. Warden.
What did we just see?
It's a very different mob. I'm really excited for this because not only is it trying to be scary, it's
Kurde,
you have to
ej.
keep a balance to it. It was very challenging to design.
Słuchajcie.
Another thing that's really
XD.
cool is in that video I was wearing full netherite armor, so it's very powerful. You definitely want to watch that. Yeah.
Which I think also such an interesting gameplay.
Czyli trzeba będzie na niego uważać. I trzeba będzie nosić śnieżkę jak ekwipunku, że móc odwrócić jego uwagę.
Any kind of movement that it will detect, but that's a lot of fun and it's like it's scary, but in a good way.
You wanted to kind of take everyone back to that first night experience with the Warden.
Absolutely. I mean, I had such an amazing experience when I first played Minecraft. Like, it was terrifying listening to zombies underneath my house and in the caves, and hopefully we can bring that back to players, but, 10 years later.
But that would be just amazing, because you hear so many lovely first night stories. It's such a big thing, and I mean, I was very fond of my first night in Minecraft. So
Mówią, że jakby ludzie jakby się przestali bać tych zombiaków i tak dalej, więc fajnie będzie im przywrócić ten strach przed cave'ami. Oh god. Zobaczmy, zobaczę streama. On będzie tak działał. Oh god.
This is like a mix. So for example, we added mouth. I love the mouth. And some actually
Minecraft X Shrek +1.
I think it's more scary. I think we find like
Czekajcie, muszę napisać +1.
Yes, definitely. Well,
Minecraft plus Shrek. I w sumie prawda, nie?
Everyone has been waiting for it, and we actually have some tweets that have come in.
Oh,
That's awesome.
okay, that's amazing to see. So much excitement.
Tylko, że
More tweets.
ciekawe, czy powiedzą, o co chodziło z tym bardziej śnieżnym śniegiem.
It's lovely.
Bo jeszcze się nie dowiedzieliśmy, a rok już
We really
czekamy.
developed this game together with the community, and now to see that people are so happy, that's so good.
Yeah, honestly, it's such a privilege to work on a game like this and an update like this, and we just love this game and we want to make the best update that we can for everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Agnes and Brandon. That was a lot of amazing new things. Don't forget that we have
Lol.
another segment full of even more cave updates later on in the show. Now let's head over to our Minecraft Live correspondent, Boo-Booey. I hear he has a first look at something you all voted into the game last year.
Jest. Teraz w końcu się dowiemy,
Hello,
o co chodzi.
Minecrafters of the world. I'm Boo-Booey, and I'm here once again to help all of you at home to choose a mob that will
Okej.
go into Minecraft.
On nam chce pomóc w wybraniu moba.
Max Brooks, author of our first Minecraft novel, with some exciting news.
Hey Minecraft community, it's Max Brooks, author of
O, Max Brooks.
The Island. Thank you so much for
Minecraft Island, tak. Mam tą książkę, polecam.
Minecraft The Mountain, where our character leaves the island and paddles to a strange snow-covered world and discovers another castaway.
Będzie druga część Minecraft Wyspy.
Have to find their way home.
Się druga część, że
The Mountain.
Minecraft
Coming
Island,
out
nie?
in 2021,
Tej książce.
available for pre-order right now. And as always,
Ja ją kupuję, nie ma co. Ja ją kupuję, nie ma opcji w ogóle.
That sounds awesome! Another Minecraft novel, and this one's called The Mountain. Speaking of mountains,
Czyli to będzie kontynuacja tego Boży Święty, jakiego ta książka jest po prostu zarąbista. Szczerze polecam wam ją całym serduszkiem, że tak powiem.
Well, I have a sneak peek into what your vote is bringing to Minecraft on the cliff side of the Caves and Cliffs update.
No i dobra, no i teraz pokazuję.
They're both
Kozy,
mischievous
tak będą wyglądały.
and adorable
Kutikony skaczą.
at the same time. As you can see, they live on the mountains.
No wiesz co, nie domyśliłem się, że żyją w górach. Tak, mega wysoko skaczą. Tak. Mówią, że mają lepsze generowanie góry. Co? To będzie tak wyglądało? Bardziej śnieżny śnieg. Będzie można spalić przez śnieg. Przez bardziej śnieżny śnieg. Będą dwa rodzaje śniegu, słuchajcie. Zarąbiście. Okej. Że możemy zagłosować albo na Mubluma, czyli jakby będą wchodzić w interakcję z pszczołami jakąś. Ona jest z Minecraft Earth, nie? Ta krowa. Ona będzie miała po prostu... no. O, tutaj jest Azalea. Tak. On... Tak. Agresywny mob, który nas będzie atakował taką chmurką lodu, która będzie nas spadać. Glow Squid. Czyli moim zdaniem to jest kompletnie beznadziejne, moim zdaniem ten mob jest kompletnie bezsensowny, bo to jest po prostu jakby Squid z zmienioną teksturką, nie? Jakby niby to jest niby graszę się, że to będzie hipnotyzować, ale nie, to po prostu oni są zachwyceni tym, jak ona wygląda. Ktoś do niego dzwoni. Okej, on gada z kimś. Okej. Gadają.
Tiny Agnes would like everyone to know that she and Tiny Jens are, in fact, good friends.
Okay.
For what's that? And why do people keep leaving phones around the studio? Now let's go over how you.
No tak. Czemu ludzie zostawiają telefony w studiu?
Don't let this decision be made without your voice.
Mówili, że są przyjaciółmi.
First, make sure you have a Twitter account. If you don't, go to twitter.com, sign up.
Czekajcie, ja sobie odświeżę to. Sorry.
Sign up for an account and make sure you're logged in. I'll let you know when the voting starts. Then you'll need to go to the Minecraft Twitter account to find the latest poll. Think carefully, debate with your friends and family, make a decision, then click on the
właśnie, czekajcie.
to make it into
Dobra, to działa tak, okej.
There will be 2 voting sessions, and I'll let you know when each one begins. For now, just be ready and keep dreaming of victory for your favorite mob.
Pszczóły. Byli ciekawe, czy on będzie dodany, ta świnia. Okej, ona jest producerem gameplayu. Czemu wszyscy mówią mu Bloom? Nie! Glow Squid. Czemu nie Azalea? Tak, Azalea. Ja głosuję na Azalea. Słuchajcie. A w ogóle to propos Minecraft Dungeons, to Minecraft Dungeons niedługo wraca na kanał, więc wyczekujcie. Okay. Okej, że mieliśmy bardzo dużo graczy w Minecraft Earth, no wiecie, no w tym, jak się nazywa, w predostępie, że tak powiem.
Speaking of mobs, our beloved movement from Minecraft Earth has a chance to be brought into vanilla. How cool is that? Now, I'm not going to tell you who you should vote for, but what I am saying is, one of these mobs is definitely way more adorable than the rest. So, choose wisely.
XD.
In our last couple releases, you may have noticed that we added slime ball and slime blocks. With that, I'm super excited to let you know that we are adding pistons and sticky pistons to Minecraft Earth.
O, pistony i sticky pistony idą do Minecraft Earth, dochodzą. Ja nie gram w Minecraft Earth, więc moim zdaniem to tak średnio jest takie mega fajne, ale... Ale to jest Mambo Jumbo.
There's no air conditioning, there's no heating, there's no radio, there's no anti-locking brakes, no power steering. I've owned it for about 4 years, and to be frankly honest,
Dodaję mojego samochodzie.
it's definitely different in the 1970s, so it's ridiculously slow, and it's definitely lacking some of the modern comforts you would usually expect to find in a car these days.
No super,
We
no.
are embarking on a grand tour of England, going from the south coast up to Wales, and it's going to take us 3 whole days.
I'll be honest, Graham, mate, would you class that as a grand tour?
Well,
Że 3 dni będą jechać.
we have no radio, so it's going to feel a lot longer.
Bo są w Anglii gdzieś.
This isn't a regular road trip in a rubbish old van, this is a Minecraft Earth road
Oh.
trip in a rubbish old van. With Minecraft Earth being a game you can play on the move, we thought we would travel to a bunch of different locations in the UK. Some of them are iconic, some of them just...
Aha, on jakby patrzy na różne lokacje i je odtwarza.
Just really wanted to go to them, so we did. Oh, he took it out on the phone next to me.
We also had a go at integrating Minecraft Earth with real life. Minecraft
XD.
Earth Frisbee is a bit of a challenge.
Sorry.
Minecraft Earth Badminton can be quite dangerous to onlookers.
Sorry, John.
And real life sand blocks are alarmingly difficult to construct.
Aha. Że są trudne do zrobienia
All in all,
same bloki
huge success, and we had a lot
w
of
prawdziwym
fun.
życiu.
You can expect to see the full-length episodes appearing on our channels very, very soon.
Okej.
Wow, it looks like Mumbo Jumbo and Brian had quite the Minecraft Earth adventures.
Czyli mają jakby przygody z Minecraft Earthem. Fajnie. Ja nie gram w Minecraft Eartha, bo mój telefon niestety nie obsługuje AR-ki. No cóż. Choć 605 tysięcy osób ogląda. Wy tutaj macie link, możecie sobie przepisać. Nic no. Co? Jak tworzymy Minecrafta? Czyli różne te filmy na ich kanale, czyli na przykład nie wiem, zapytaj Mojang albo no, Deviars właśnie albo how we make Minecraft i tak dalej.
Please like and subscribe. Always wanted to say that. But really, you should. It's good stuff. In 2017,
Czyli mówią, że...
for the terror that is the Phantom.
Tak! W 2017 zagłosowaliście na terror, który był fantomem.
Fantastic foxes. Last year, it was the mountains, with our soon-to-be friends, the goats. What will you, the Minecraft community, do this year?
No i mówią co mówią na co głosowaliśmy. Mówi na co głosowaliśmy.
By some of the amazing handcrafted things I've seen made by our community over the years. So I decided
O, stworzył makiety! O Jezu, ten poprawny Isolager jest piękny. Boże święty, on tutaj jest po prostu przepiękny. Patrzcie na niego, jaki on ma krzywy. Patrzcie, jaki on ma krzywe oczy. Ale to mu akurat ładnie wyszło. O no. Tworzą jakby chmury, którymi miażdży wszystkich. Pod tymi chmurami. A tutaj będą krowy mublumy, które kochają pszczoły. Glow squid. Chociaż teraz mu wiedział, że jest mocno jakby odwracając uwagę, że tak powiem. Teraz jak odwracając uwagę, to mi się przypomnie ten taniec Henry'ego. Pozdro dla kumatych. Okay. Minecraft Dungeons.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Very excited that you're here. So, what do you do at Mojeng Studios?
I am a game designer, which means I am the one that gets to decide how difficult the bosses are. So I'm sorry about that one. You can blame me for that.
Aha. Mówi jak bardzo trudne są moby. Ona jakby pracuje nad Minecraftem Dungeons.
I think if I don't say I am voting for the astrologer, my team will kill me. So, but it's an amazing mob. It brings a lot of fun to Dungeons, and I think it will bring a lot of fun to Minecraft as well.
Okay. I figured you would say that, but I had to ask. So tell me about the launch of Dungeons this year.
Oh wow, that was quite the ride. It was
Okay.
such a crazy launch. I don't think anybody in the team expected to ever release a game from home. So we
Te ludzie, którzy nagrywali to.
massive Teams call and like sharing
Niestety mnie
streams
tu
with
nie
each
ma.
other and sharing videos and comments.
Never
from
mind.
players. It was very good. It was fun in a different way.
What would you say was your favorite thing from the release?
I think it was how people came together to play the game. It was very fun to see parents like show their children dungeon crawlers and children show their parents Minecraft. I don't know, it was very nice to see everyone just sit together and play and enjoy.
That sounds
Tak.
wonderful.
Yes.
Że fajnie, że ludzie sobie siadają razem i grają w Minecraft Dungeons.
Yeah.
Ja jeszcze nie mam tego dodatku. Ale mam już dżunglę. A jeszcze tego dodatku nie mam. O Jezu, nie! To było masakrystyczne.
So the village merchant, a really cool merchant, simple, straightforward items, and definitely a nice
To jest ten
addition.
sklep.
Good replacement for the wandering trader.
To jest nowy
Now,
sklep.
our friend the blacksmith here. This is definitely something that I'm looking forward to because this is one of the coolest things that has possibly come to the game.
Będzie sklep, z którego wybieramy sobie, co robimy. Okej, tutaj jest właśnie z tego dodatku. Strasznie dużo, to jest specjalnie top z creeperami. Ty nie mogę wam tego przetłumaczyć, bo sam nie rozumiem. Nie! Potwory mówią, żeby przestały bić pandy. Ja jakby przeszedłem już ten dodatek, ale przejdę go jeszcze raz specjalnie dla was. Okej. Tego też wam nie powiem, co jest, bo sam nie rozumiałem. A tutaj ludzie biją w tym etapie, którego mocno nie mogłem przejść.
That looks so fun.
Yeah, it's so cool to see people have fun with the game.
And it's fun to play and watch.
Yes, I hope so at least.
But this
my
week,
play-
you also have another launch.
Oh, this month it's been a crazy month. Like we haven't stopped
Okej.
doing things. I feel we released
O wiele lepiej teraz.
together with our new merchants and the new daily trials, which was awesome. I hope everyone loved it.
Zobaczymy.
Xcloud, so now people can play on mobile.
Już są 2 lajki.
So fun. I really like that. And this
8 już jest tych
now
odtworzonych.
we get to welcome our Chinese friends to the community, and I am super happy about that.
Dobra, git.
Well, now we have a question from the community for you.
Right.
ということで、私から質問です。
Okej.
マインクラフトダンジョンズをリリースされてから、開発者が想定していなかったファンの反応やゲームの仕様など、
Nie wiem kompletnie o co tu chodzi.
マインクラフトダンジョンズの今後について教えてください。今後、どのようなコンテンツがリリースされるのでしょうか。ぜひ教えてください。
Nie rozumiem.
お願いします。
Okay, he kind of snuck 2 questions in that.
Yes, but they were great questions, and thank you for sending them. regarding the first question, I think we were very excited to see how fast people found the secret mushroom level. Like, I was very confused about it as well, because we had worked very hard on making it very secretive and having little snippets of things everywhere, but players are so smart, they found it so fast. So if you
Tak, bo jakby to jest ten etap za runy. Jakby już przerwałem serię z Minecraft Dungeons runy, ale już Minecraft Dungeons runy nie będę grywał. W sensie lokacji run. To jest po prostu, myślę, że nudne, możecie sobie to po prostu wygooglować gdzieś tam w sieci. Ale na pewno nagram ten etap z krowami. O, na Nintendo Switchu sobie gra. I tutaj są ludzie, którzy robią to na... którzy robią to na różne typy konsol. Że Switch albo robią, albo grają. Oj, oni sobie grają razem, wszyscy. Każdy na innej platformie. I to właśnie też piękne. I czekaj. O, tu jest ten, tu jest ta koza.
So we get to release them a bit first in dungeons, so we're super excited about that. They're equally as mischievous.
Jest koza, wszak widzę co będzie.
Yes, wind is a mechanic that we're going to explore a lot in the mountains mission.
A oni nie mogą tam przejść, bo to wieje.
Will be both challenged
Lol.
and will be able to use it. So the wind will push the player, so you need to be a bit careful, but at the same time you'll be able to use it to solve puzzles, push items and open doors and stuff like that. So yeah.
Lol.
What is this?
Jak zarąbiste.
Right. So yeah, our mountains
Winda!
are so tall that the player will need to find new ways to traverse the levels. So that's a mountain lift, and there's gonna be full of like these little contraptions all around.
Window of Minecraft Dungeons.
Seems like a really fun new mechanic.
Yes. Yeah, the goats are all around, and you need to be careful with them.
Yeah, I saw them attack.
Yes, they're really gonna push you out of the edge if you're not too careful.
So leave the goats
Lol.
alone.
Yes, leave the goats alone. That's very important. And as you'll see in a bit,
Masu
the
plisy,
isologers
dobra.
that you can find in this mission.
Oj, tutaj
and all the
są
mountains
isologerzy.
are very ready for the weather, so they are wearing their little cozy clothes and they're wind resistant.
Teraz pokazują najnowszy dodatek. W sensie Creeping Winter. Są oni?
What are these?
Nie, to nie jest isologerzy. To nie są isologerzy. O, są te, są z Minecrafta zwykłego, te dewastatory.
Another Minecraft mob that we get to welcome. They're quite sturdy.
What do the wind colors?
Right, the wind callers spawn a draft of wind right under the player, and they push the player up, so the player gets full
Dobra.
damage.
Okay.
It's very important to deal with them quick.
Okej, że będą jakby ziomki, które będą podrzucały graczy i gracze będą dostawali full damage.
They're doing a pretty good job against these wind colors.
Yes, our adventurers are strong.
Są jacyś windblowerzy.
3 Ravagers.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. But so far,
Oj, to będzie właśnie animacja no, rozpienia się w górach tych. I nowa podka jakaś? Co to za podka?
everyone can soon play together. Oh, that was
Nie.
an isologer. I wanted to say, like, that's my favorite.
To było
one.
isologer.
You know,
But
it
it
went too
didn't stay
fast.
around too long.
Yes.
Alright, we're leading up to this big Ravager battle.
Już tutaj był
Do you
isologer.
think we can let our adventurers
Okay.
go with the Ravagers?
Not very well.
No.
I pospadali. I ci Revengerzy będą mocno wymagający z tego co widzę.
Game mode coming.
Yeah, the game mode is coming very soon, and it's going
Będzie
to
nowy
be for
game
all
mode?
the players for free, and that's called Apocalypse Plus, which means that
Apokalipsa
we're making
Plus.
it, you know, harder a bit at a time. Yeah.
Będzie Apokalipsa Plus Minecraft Dungeons. Się wiecie, jak jest, że tam chyba domyślny, przygodowy
To find new challenges
i Apokalipsa. To będzie Apokalipsa Plus jeszcze.
in the balance, so the challenge is
Oh my god.
different every time.
But, okay, that's a lot of stuff. You're working on even more new things for Dungeons.
We're working on a ton of stuff. I feel we've been so busy, it's crazy. But yeah, we have today a little video with a lot of work in progress. work in progress, though.
Very well.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we should look at the video.
Wait, that's my line.
I'm sorry.
Ujęcia są takie jakby. To są dopiero pre-alpha, więc takich ujęć możliwe, że tak nie będzie. Ale słuchajcie, kiedy na to patrzę, sobie takiej gęsiej skórki trochę. Będą nowe etapy jakieś ogniste. Będzie nether! Będzie nether w dungeonsach. XD. Będą nowe etapy, darmowe chyba. Będzie podwodny, nie gadaj. Jest podwodny. Oh god. Jak się jaram. Endowy będzie. Nie mów, że ze smokiem będą walczyć. Będzie walka. I to by było ciekawe, jak była walka ze smokiem, jako taki, no wiecie, nowy boss w dungeonsach. Dungeons.
One of my favorite things we do at Mojeng Studios is Minecraft Education Edition.
Minecraft Education Edition.
World are able to learn in exciting and interactive ways using the game as a learning-based platform.
Okej, coś mówią o Minecraft Education Edition, to jest podejrzane trochę.
Are able to collaborate, learn, and share together.
Okay.
Minecraft has always been a way to connect people, and we've seen that now more than ever with Minecraft Education Edition being used in remote learning. When you're in the game, you don't have to feel so far away from your classmates.
Okay.
From creating graduation ceremonies in Japan, to creating first day orientations for American universities, to teachers doing virtual meetups.
Okej, że jakby w Minecrafcie będą mogli się spotykać jakby uczniowie z nauczycielami.
Today, we're launching our first ever Minecraft Education Edition Global Challenge for students around the world to build a better world with us.
Okej. Będzie pierwszy challenge
We've
w
seen
tym.
wildlife roam through cities while humans stayed inside. Without cruise ships and ferries around, dolphins visited the port of Cagliari in Sardinia, Italy, and wild boar roamed the streets of Barcelona. But what if animals could share space with humans all the time? Today, we're kicking off the first ever Minecraft Education Global Build Championship and asking students around the world to design and build healthy spaces for humans and animals to
Aha, jakby to jest challenge, żeby zaprojektować jakby coś jakby pomagające takiej jakby dla ludzi budowle, w których coś tam mogą robić.
Hello everyone, I'm OMG Chad, and if I were to design a build for the global championship, I would make a house with a habitat for my cats on top, and I would call it a habitat. どうもこんにちは、カーボンです。僕だったら日本っぽい建築
Okej, no to tego nie rozumiem.
Hola, nosotros somos los hermanos Bio y si estuviéramos participando en la dinámica mundial de Minecraft.
Znaczy jakby czytam to, ale to jakby napisów nie nadążam przetłumaczyć nam.
design and build your own solution in Minecraft Education Edition. For the chance to win mine points, awesome Minecraft gear, and a video chat with Mojeng Studios. The championship opens today.
Aha.
You can register today and download the Championship World template. We can't wait to see your amazing ideas, and Jens and I can't wait to see the winner on video chat.
Okej.
We get the awesome prize of chatting with you, no matter who wins.
Będą jakieś nagrody za to.
For those of you who don't have Education Edition, we have something for you too. Our education
Dla ludzi, którzy nie mają Minecraft Education Edition, bo mają tylko uczniowie danych szkół.
We've also been working with some amazing educators on a new series about diversity and inclusion coming this fall.
Hi, Minecraft Live. I'm Kenneth Shelton, and along with
Okay.
my fellow educators, Elisa Ford and
Educator
Natasha
mówi.
Michelle, we've been building a series of Minecraft lessons that will help people explore topics of social justice, equity, identity, and tolerance. The first of these lessons is called Good Trouble, and it's based on the life and philosophy
Patrzcie, patrzcie na to, ile osób ogląda.
John Lewis. The
Lala.
additional lessons continue teaching about social
XD.
justice from across the world and through time, from Black Lives Matter to Malala's quest in Pakistan to achieve equal education for girls, to the the civil rights movement of 1960s America to the women's suffragette movement, and more. We can't wait to share these important lessons with the Minecraft community.
I'm looking forward to playing through the Good Trouble lessons myself. Together with the Minecraft community, we commemorated Juneteenth with contributions to the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, Equal Justice Initiative, and the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. We're proud to continue supporting organizations that fight for
ludzi piszą na czacie.
by making an additional donation today to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. This brings our 2020 contributions to over $2 million. Beyond this, we continue to look within our company, our products, and ourselves for how we can help create a more inclusive world.
Okay.
Now it's time for a brand new segment of our show. You may have missed our next guest during the Minecraft update segment, but not to worry. You're about to get some dedicated time with the one and only Jeb. Hello.
Okay, z Jebem.
Thank you very much.
O dźwięk zakończenia misji z Minecraft Dungeons.
Having you in the Minecraft update section.
Yes, it's a little bit different this year since we always want the ones that are actually working on the features of the games to be the ones to get to talk about them, because we feel that it gets more genuine in that way.
What are you working on then?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, I still spend a lot of time with Vanilla and Agnes and the team, but I now work with all our products, all our games, and like the board games, and try to support our developers and designers to capture the Minecraft feeling and make them fit together. But honestly, everyone is so talented, so it's actually...
Właśnie będzie jakby nowa gra, jakby o Mario, znaczy nie nowa, tylko jakby w Super Smash Bros. Ultimate na Nintendo Switcha jest Minecrafta postacie.
Are you trying to sell that to everyone in the audience?
Chyba Mario, nie wiem.
No, this is only for Mojeng Studios employees. It contains a lot of secrets. But it was helpful when the team grew to kind of explain my thoughts and ideas about Minecraft. And for Vanilla in particular, there are some guiding principles that are going to continue updating the game for many years to come.
But you did decide to share some today, so people can kind of see what's in the Jeb game design book.
Absolutely. So one of these guiding principles is maybe sounds obvious, that is it's always one block at a time. You place one block, you remove one block, you pull one lever, and you trigger one TNT, and of course that causes a big explosion.
Okay.
But at the core, the interaction is always one block at a time. And it's not only
Minecraft Builders and Biomes.
the way you play the game, but it's also if you're playing together with
Planszówka Minecraftowa.
a house or something, then I will be able to observe what you're doing and quickly understand
O, ktoś napisał,
where you're going.
gdzie Notch.
Then I can help you and
No,
every block counts.
szkoda, że Notch odszedł.
If you would just copy-paste or make templates and such, then it would
Znaczy kompletnie usunęli kompletnie w ogóle z pliku gry. Ostatnio. Usunięto na przykład napisy żółte made by Notch, albo coś takiego. Albo co im to usunęli to. Więc kompletnie wymazali Notcha. I to jest smutne.
你会加入更多天气或者自然灾害到我的世界中吗？像是暴风雪或者是大。
No, czemu nie mogą dodać jakby katastrof naturalnych? Chłop się pyta.
我的世界的中国玩家，大家好，感谢你的提问。
Co?
Wow, yes.
Yes, the Chinese community inspired me to try to take on a new language, but I have a long way to go, honestly. But about the question, if we're going to add things like natural disasters, that kind of contradicts one of our other guiding principles, that bad things happen, but they're technically the player's fault.
Okay, they're the player's fault.
Yes, in the sense that it was either caused by a player, like a griefer, or
summoning the wither, or a player was nearby, such as when a creeper explodes. So whenever something
Że już jakby disasterami, w sensie już katastrofami są creepery, withery i tak dalej, więc chyba nie chcą dodawać tego.
And an earthquake or a tornado would obviously destroy something that you've spent hours building.
Tak, jakby były trzęsienia ziemi, to na przykład by niszczyły coś, nad czym pracowałeś bardzo długo. To by nie było fajne.
Some redstone, or you can have an unlucky wolf running into your sheep garden. But there's also the worst thing is, of course, lightning strikes that can set your whole house on fire. But I'm hoping that Agnes and the team may have a plan for that.
Exciting. So what's the last feature you were active in developing?
Yes, the last feature I did was the netherite feature. I thought that was a very important part of the Nether update and wanted to help where I can.
O netherite mówią.
But I don't want to, since I'm working with so many different projects now, I don't want to do something halfway and then kind of leave it to the team to fix my bugs. So I try to be a little bit hands-off. But recently I've, of course,
on stara się, żeby nie robić bugów, żeby cała drużyna nie musiała naprawić jego bugów.
That leads us to another community question.
Hey, I'm Dan TDM, and I would love to know what kind of combat mechanic changes are being made to Minecraft Java Edition.
Yes, and that's an excellent question.
Po 10 znaków zajmują te emotki. Więc to jest 200 znaków według nich.
There are different combat mechanics or combat
To jest
systems.
10. Czyli emotki zajmują po 10.
Bad both for us as
Najgorsze.
designers that have to take
No
both
to
systems
zajmują
into
po
account,
1.
but also bad for the community that wants
Ale już
to
emotki
have the same experience.
10. Słabo.
So the main objective
Nieważne.
is to reach parity. But I still want to make sure that we make a system that is kind of fits with building and that doesn't distract too much from building, but still gives us this depth that allows us to design interesting behaviors. Also, I want to make sure that it works good in both player versus environment. That means adventuring.
To jest mój live XD. Widzicie mojego live'a na moim live'ie. Lol. Minecrafterem całym. Trochę oglądających.
And we also want to improve touch, like the touch experience. So it's a lot to do.
But you said you weren't working on feature development, but
yeah,
you
true.
are working on combat?
Yes, I mean, of course, it's a little bit hard to keep your hand out of the feature cookie jar. But in this case, I also felt that this was an area where I could help the team, so they could focus on doing the content updates. But at some point in the future, I will, of course, dump this on the team.
Okay, so exactly what you said. You don't
Powiedzieli,
want
że chcieli dodać jakby słoik z ciastkami, ale śmieją, że nie dodali go, bo by je wszystko wyjadł. Się, wiecie, jeb. XD. O tym mówiłem.
Just like I said, like my job gets easy because everyone's so talented.
Może pokażą trailer tego, bo widziałem już na Nintendo Switchu swoim.
They really understand Minecraft and have made an absolutely amazing Super Smash Bros. Fighter.
And Sakurai has also made a really amazing video for all of us in the community.
マインクラフトライブをご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。大乱闘スマッシュブラザーズディレクター、空の桜井。
On tam tworzył do Super Smash Brosa modele postaci.
スティーブやアレックスが参戦することが決定し、マインクラフトライブ前に特別放送をお届けしたのですが、見ていただけたでしょうか。もしまだの方は、
I teraz patrzymy, jak będą biły te.
スマブラであることを忘れるぐらい、マインクラフトのスピンオフとしても相当にすごい踏み込んだ表現を行っています。 発売までもう少しだけお時間いただきます。
Change Pack 7 to jest.
スティーブがマリオと戦う。
Steve kontra
アレック
Mario.
スがピカチュウと戦う。
Alex kontra Pikachu.
ゾンビやエンダーマンをアクションゲームで操作できる。
Aha.
リンクやカービィやソニックやロックマンやクラウドやビューなど
Aha, z różnymi innymi
との共演が楽しめます。
fighterami, jak walczą.
そして
Widzę Sonika,
マ
jakichś
イン
innych.
クラフトファンの一人です。マインクラフトライブでの発表を楽しみにしています。それでは。
Okay.
That was a really big secret to keep.
Yes, and it was a really hard secret to keep even in the studio because it was super secret. But it has been so much fun to work on.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the community reaction.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna switch
No, nieźle.
gears here.
Ja
You have a sort of
wcześniej o tym
famous
wiedziałem.
saying within the office, which is the world would be a better place if everyone played Minecraft. And why do you think that?
Yeah, I suppose the quote has kind of gotten a life of its own.
It definitely has.
But yes, I think Minecraft unleashes people's creativity and helps them.
Zobaczmy cały czat, bo tutaj jesteśmy w top czacie, czat na żywo.
Like geometry, languages and maths. So
O,
yes,
na czacie na żywo.
The world would be a better place if everyone played Minecraft. But I know that you also are very engaged in building a better world.
Aha, że to jakby nie ma limitu, a nie jest jednak. A to nie wiem, czym się
I
różni
feel
czat
so
na żywo
privileged to
od
work
czatu.
on Minecraft because of all
Nie,
the
na top czacie jest mniejszy
amazing things
spam.
people do with it, from Education Edition,
Okay.
and something I'm extremely passionate about is Block by Block, which is our
Ciekawe.
partnership with UN Habitat, and
Ciekawe,
it's really
ciekawe.
helping people reimagine their public space and then have it built.
I love this place. It's such a nice area, but it has not always been like this.
Well, before the area felt very cold and unsafe. Basically, it was just an abandoned place.
Block by Block is a program created by Mojeng and UN Habitat.
A, program Block by Block.
Community members
No to wiem.
redesign their neighborhoods.
Jakby pokazują, co wcześniej było takie piękne i w ogóle jakby. Po prostu odtwarzają z prawdziwego świata. Ludzie, budowle.
Really cool project because even the little kids like me could help out with to make the city a better place.
They got to use Minecraft to sketch and try different solutions about how the space could be improved.
It was very fun because you felt like to be able to help the city while just playing.
After that, the ideas were presented to local architects and city planners, and later that year, construction started.
It's been 5 years since we participated in the program, and the street since then has become more developed and is now more frequented than before.
Before.
It seemed kind of unbelievable that this was made with Minecraft. So
After.
seeing my own idea,
Aha, że jakby robili tak, że najpierw przebudowywali to normalnie, potem dobudowywali do tego rzeczy, a potem to przenieśli znowu do rzeczywistości.
What was once only an idea in our computer screen.
Finally, decision makers have changed their perspective because maybe they
Zarobiście.
realize we can make a change.
In a democracy, you want the people who live in that community to be asked about what's going to happen in that community. So this is a perfect example. The community was asked, the community decided, the community designed, and the community is using it.
I'm probably gonna be like really happy and be like, hey friends, I made this. I walk here almost every day, and every time I see it and I see a lot of people spending time here, it's a very gratifying feeling. I just hope it will become real as soon as possible.
So the reaction of the community was great, and to me it was a great feeling which I'll never forget.
I came up with a skate park idea and some trees surrounding the park.
It is possible to change the world and make it interesting.
It felt like I was being heard, and being heard and
To
listened.
miejsce. Fajnie. Block by block.
I actually was able to go to Kosovo at the start of that project, and it's just amazing to see the transformation using Minecraft.
No.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Jens, you must have seen a lot of amazing things because you're about to hit your 10-year anniversary at Mojeng Studios in like 2 or 3 months.
Yes, it's true. Yeah. It
Live
has been
2019.
an amazing journey
To jest
these 10 years.
z 19.
I've had so much fun working on
Minecraft
Minecraft.
Live.
But of course, I'm also a Minecraft player, and we're all with the community.
Pokazywali to.
And
Na jakie biomy będziemy mogli zagłosować.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And from myself as part of the community, I just want to say, like, thank you for the 10 years and all that you've done for Minecraft. It's made a huge difference in my life and I
Więc no,
think many people.
to był zapis 2019 roku.
Thank you so much, Jens. Last year at Live, we announced the Nether update. Since then, you've been wondering about
Coś mówią znowu o update'cie.
the Nether Ballet. Wonder no more. Our friends at Element Animation will dance us through all the new Nether features.
O, czyli pokazujące było, co zostało dodane. Pigliny. Znaczy w animacji co zostało dodane. Inne pigliny. I hogliny, ale po pierwsze one się powinny bić, a po drugie okrutniki. Uciekałem przed okrutnikiem. Czemu to jest owca? Czemu walą mnie gasty? Jakby... Co się w ogóle dzieje? Co? Co tu się... Co to? Co to? Co?
The results of the first round of voting are in. The round which determined which mob streams would be.
Czekajcie, odświeżam.
And it was intense. But sadly, let's all say a fond farewell to the poor Moodloom. Then forget it ever again.
Ale co? Nie! Już jest? Czekajcie.
We are now to the Isolager and the Glow Squid.
Twitch, szybko. Nie Twitch.
I'm quite interested to see where the voters of the Moodloom will go.
Twitter.
If you missed the first round of voting, make sure you get in on this one. It determines which one of these two makes it into Minecraft. I know who
O Jezu,
I'll
serio?
vote for.
Czekajcie.
The final voting poll is live now. This is your chance to have a say in what goes into Minecraft.
Twitter.
So don't leave yourself
Let's
out.
go.
Log into Twitter and go vote.
Oh. Mogę przez Google'a. Kurde. Chyba niestety nie będę głosował. Niestety. Przepraszam was. Ale trzymam kciuki za Isolagera. Szczerze.
Create tools for our creator community, and some of them are very visible, and we're going to talk about them later. Some others are more behind the scenes, and that help our creators make content that is.
Mublon już wyszedł. Tylko proszę, żeby Glowsquid nie wygrał. Jeżeli Glowsquid wygra, to ja nie wiem co zrobię. Bo Glowsquid jest kompletnie bezsensowny. Na szczęście Isolager też jest w grze. Oby wygrał Isolager, bo Isolager wygląda na najciekawszego.
From Cookie Studios here in Aotearoa, a team of 3 making content for the marketplace and Minecraft Education Edition.
Jakieś wirusy. Skiny wirusowe.
We create lots of marketplace content, and I've been making tutorials for the last 7 years to teach others how to make their own Minecraft skins.
Filipiny. Przebudowali.
My name is Mark from Kubo Studios, and we
Tutaj gadają o różnych tych, że... O różnych rzeczach. Ej, abym sobie zagrał na tej na takiej mapce. Abym sobie na takiej mapce zagrał. Masakra. Chiny. Ciekawe, czy będzie Polska. Polska. Dobra. Algeria.
Hey everyone, I cannot believe I'm part of Minecraft Live this year. My name is Yasser, aka Star Teammate from Untitled Chapter, and we are super excited about the new updates.
A, że to są jakby... Aha, że to są osoby, które robią z różnych państw najlepsze jakby z rynku minecraftowego rzeczy. Nie wiem, o co chodzi, ale okej. UK, bardzo blisko Polski. Chicken Block. Nether Pixels. Poland. Serio coś takiego małego robią? Z takich tych? Pokażę Polskę? Polska, please. Jestem gdzieś Polska, ale nie pokazałem. Kurde.
So what do you have to show us today? Yeah, so for the last couple of years we've been doing a lot of work with the entities in the game. So this time we've doubled down and gotten it so that we focus on items and blocks. So as part of that, I made a custom crop to kind of show off a lot of capabilities. So
Custom crop zero. Custom crop zrobił tomato.
Tomato seeds to try and grow a tomato plant at home. So
Zrobił pomidora. Brawo ziomuś za zrobienie pomidora.
Place the seeds, use the crops. See, they're kind of growing. We've got a couple of them getting in the flower stage. We've got a few now that I can actually go pick. So in this case, I've made them work like the sweet berry bush where you can just right-click on them. But I think tomatoes taste disgusting, so I thought it's better to make them.
A, można się coś tej sery te pomidory zrobili po to, żeby się nimi rzucać.
Throwing them around, it's harmless or sort of harmless.
Yeah, totally harmless.
Yeah.
Not being the water.
It was mostly by accident. But tomatoes will actually
Serio, gościu zrobił mota na pomidor.
If they rot for too long, you get a little rotten tomato monster that can spawn from it.
Serio, jeżeli zgnije ci pomidor, to nagle się potwór pojawia.
But yeah, he throws rotten tomatoes. They don't fly as far as a regular tomato, but they knock you back a lot more.
Cię rzuca pomidorami. Ziomuś, po co?
Maybe aren't the best idea. So I'm gonna get rid of all my plants and never grow them again.
Yeah, I agree with you on this one. So all these
healthy.
It's true, they are pretty healthy. So with all of these new custom crops, you know, creators can then make some really cool kind of like farming style maps.
Oh, definitely. So like, I think crops are a great example of showing off how they all can kind of come together because you get the items that you can get there. Normally you eat the item, but or you can make projectiles. But they also have the ability to get events that are fired from things like a tick event. So as it's fired, you can make the block run.
Jakby ciekawe, czy kto wygra.
And eventually get into
Który mob? Cały czas się zastanawiam.
Various stages of growth and stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool how you could like interact with them like a normal berry bush. Yeah, but then you know get the tomato out.
Yeah, it's just another interactive event that you can key into.
Yeah, and then there was a tomato monster there at the end too.
Yeah, I call him Total.
Little Tom, it's so cute. It's not even scary, but yeah, it's an example of what you can do with them combining events and commands. That's one of the features that our creators have requested for so long, just having commands to be able to run them when something happens. So now instead of also in addition to doing it with actors, you can also do it with blocks and items. In this case, as the flower is rotting, you can disappear that crop and also summon a tomato monster, a tomo monster.
Yes. And that's really cool because like I can totally see creators like using all of those combinations of features to make some like really cool like adventures maps.
Yeah.
Te gadają o tych pomidorach cały czas.
We can show you where we were
pomidorowych potworach.
And then we found this mysterious golden skull and also an equally mysterious pedestal in the middle of the desert. So we decided to place our golden skull over there and see what happens. And yes, we have a mountain that is hollow, and as the brave warriors that we are, we went exploring, and obviously we found some creepy monsters inside.
Co to jest?
Our trusty custom sword to fight them off. I'm not sure if we even survived that.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very safe.
No, not at all.
But that pedestal, I know that's one of the most requested features, block models.
Yeah, so I'm super excited that we finally be able to get block models in. Something we've been wanting to do for years, and we're finally able to work on them and get them in. So we got it working with using the same formats that we've been using for the entities, so the same tools that people have been using to build custom mobs, they can use to build the blocks with.
Oh, that's cool. So you don't even have to learn a new skill. You can just continue.
That's almost identical.
That's awesome. And then I noticed on the hotbar with the golden skull, there was a little red triangle. What was that?
Yes, it's a feature that we're calling item lock. I don't know if you found yourself sometimes just going through some content and you have this special item and then you die and you lose it, or maybe you drop it accidentally. Now we've made it so that creators can actually lock.
Nie można go przemieścić jakby w ekwipunku, nie można go wyrzucić, nie może zostać usunięty, nie może zostać skraftowany z czymś i nie znika po śmierci. Są tylko jakby koncepty, raczej tego nie będzie w Minecrafcie.
This one is just a small one where we just shake the screen. I don't know if you noticed that one. And then you can help players convey something like there's an earthquake going on, or maybe something's about to fall over you. So you can do that with this new tool.
Or dinosaurs.
No.
Or dinosaurs.
Yeah, dinosaur steps.
Yes. The second one that we noticed there is structures. You can now place them using commands, whereas before you had to be using a structure.
Dobra, oni tam oczywiście gadają, to nie jest za bardzo ważne, tego nie będzie w Minecrafcie. Jeżeli wy umiecie angielski, sobie przetłumaczycie, ale to raczej nie jest nic takiego mega interesującego. Ja na chwileczkę odchodzę, zaraz wrócę, okej?
We provide a couple of effects. One is just like a 3D printing animation, and the other one is layer by layer. And yeah, you can combine them to just achieve very cool effects.
Yeah, I can see creators, using those to add just another level of polish to their world.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And then I recognize the scorpions.
Yeah, it was the desert theme. It felt appropriate to bring them back. They've always been one of my personal favorite custom mobs that I've ever built.
Yeah, well, after watching that video for so long, I ended up having a nightmare about having to rescue my mom from some aliens riding scorpions. It was creepy.
I'm sorry, that was not the intention.
It was creepy and funny.
Yeah. Well, speaking of aliens, I know our team put together a really cool sci-fi parkour map that, they made you run through, Jason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they knew this when they asked me to run through it, but I'm pretty awful at parkour. So it took a few tries to get a clean run through. But at the beginning here, it's a pretty typical sort of parkour map of running and jumping, but we definitely have some twists up ahead. And here's kind of the first one of, even I know I can't make that jump. So let's see what's on the chest. And we've got a Sliminator. So I'm pretty sure we know what to do here. So now, hopefully, I will jump and be able to clear this gap. Please, yes. Right up. So get teleported to the next section, kind of make it along, and see what next obstacle we have. So now I know the chests have useful things in them. So we got a blockinator, and we'll throw that across and get a little platform. Now I can make this jump. Even I can make that jump. And we got the hot dog, or the cyber dog, and throw that. But it poisoned me, so I needed to use the antidote to rescue me there. Get across and get through here. Now we got a wall in the way, so let's see what tool we have to get through the wall. And insta-presto.
Okej, już rzuciłem. Czy to będzie nowa mapka po darmowa mapka do rynku, bo zawsze po rynku jest jakaś darmowa mapka, którą przychodzi kilka ludzi po kolei.
And Fanny's already there.
Wow, that's 86 times. And I love just the aesthetic of that too as well, like all the art and things. So those
Ciekawe.
blocks, those seem like a really cool way to add like another level of immersion to the worlds you're creating.
Yeah, with data-driven items and blocks, we get so many new events that you can act on. Like, for example, in the case of the teleporters, you can step on it, and then an event would trigger, and you can react in so many ways. You can attack
Widziałem
it,
sobie jakby co to loda, bo no.
you run a series of commands and just teleport you to the next area.
That's awesome. And I love the Slaminator, the Blockinator, and the Magic Wand. I've never seen items do that before.
Yeah, so it's just another example of how combining the same tools you can achieve so many different effects. For example, the Sliminator was just using the event and the field command, right, to replace the blocks at the bottom with the slime. Then the next one, we have the wand, and that one is just replacing blocks with air. And then we also had the Blockinator, which allowed you to walk by placing some blocks, replacing air with blocks. So just by combining events and the same command in different ways, you achieve so many cool effects.
Yeah, so just small little simple things you can combine.
Jak gadają o tych rzeczach, o tych blokach różnych, które tam były.
And even that Blockinator allows you to make that jump. And then I also saw that there was
Nie, to chyba po prostu omawiają kolejną rzecz, która została stworzona przez społeczność. Jak tamto z czaszką i tamto wcześniej.
And then we had the antidote that would actually only remove 2 of them. So unlike a bucket of milk that removes all mob effects, you can make things that remove very specific things.
Teraz usłyszycie jeden dźwięk, który możecie znać.
It seemed like you were stuck, but there was something else that was going on there.
Oh yeah, so there is the block that was in my way. So we made it so that another one of these events, similar to the on step on, is we also have an on fall on. So in this case, it was just an on fall on, and you can set what distance you want the event to trigger. So you have to fall at least 10 blocks or something like that. And when you land on it, we then break the block, similar to a trail frame and other things that we saw.
Ekran cały mój. O, właśnie Minecraft Dungeons. Super, widzicie? Dobra, trzymacie okno tylko. A dobra, po prostu oni o tym obgadywali.
Thank you both for coming onto the stage and talking a little bit about these creator tools and new features that are coming out. And with these new features, there's going to be a pretty amazing new thing coming out later this year for all Minecraft players.
O! Jaki nowy feature będzie? Co jest? Co się dzieje?
Już się skończyło?
Słuchajcie, to jest mega podejrzane. Co się dzieje jakby? Jakieś będzie... Aha, będzie nowa mapka elektrowa. Oczywiście typo Noxreva. More cave update. Dobra. Dalej mówimy o cave update'cie.
And if you thought the first set of features for the caves were awesome, it's time for even more awesome.
Super.
Agnes and Mir from the vanilla Minecraft gameplay team are here to tell us what else is coming to the Caves and the Cliffs update. Hello, welcome.
Dobra.
How does it feel?
Sorry, że jem lody, ale no. Dobra, mówią jeszcze więcej o cave update'cie.
It's great that we have looked a bit at tweets during the break, and
we have some more tweets.
We have more, yes.
Spam na czacie.
Oh yeah, yes. There will be so many cool things you can build with that, and the boredom.
Wszyscy się ekscytują, wszyscy hypują to. Masakra.
Mir, you recently joined the Mojeng Studios team.
Yes, I joined this year. But honestly, I'm not
On dołączył
sure how that happened.
w tym roku
And not just joining
do Mojeng Studios.
Not really sure how I'm here in Minecraft Live, because like just last year I was home, glued to the screen. Just I had to know what the next thing is coming to Minecraft, and today it's not only that I get to share that, it's I got to work on some of those things, so it's fairly incredible. But yeah, I've been developing games for a few years now, and more recently, I've actually worked with this non-profit organization called Games for Peace, which is an amazing organization which basically uses games to promote peace. Like, he takes kids from areas of conflict all around the world and sits them down to play Minecraft. And sometimes it's kids that don't even share a language, so they can't. Minecraft is the language they share. Minecraft is what helps them connect and get to know each other and create friendships, right? It was amazing being part of that.
It's so cool. I mean, sometimes I feel like, oh, I know all the amazing things that are happening with Minecraft, and then you described that to Agnes and I, and we both were like, we've never heard that.
Zarobiście.
So cool. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So in this update,
No
you've
to
been
dawaj,
really
gadajcie, no.
looking at, like, filling out the
O
key
tym.
even
To.
Yes, so even more things to show. In the things we showed so far, it's a lot about like improving the journey underground, but of course we also want to add like new things to find, like new resources, and one of them are crystals.
Okay. Znowu chyba pokazują to samo. A nie, pokazują... będzie ametyst! No takie ametystowe jakby zejścia, takie struktury. Z ametystem, jak zrobiliście.
They're so beautiful.
Piękne to.
When you turn the corner and you see that glowing thing, that's so, it's incredible.
The atmosphere in
Zarąbiste.
the field, it's like mystical.
Zarąbiste.
Like, what is the purpose for crystals in Minecraft? And one thing is like they should have a use, and we will talk more about one of the usages soon. The other thing is a lot about just adding a lot to the experience of exploring. And we want them to be quite rare, so when you find them, it's really gonna be like magical, because they're just beautiful, and you know, when you walk on the crystals, you hear these sounds.
Yeah, it's just, we talked before about the pillar of underground of Marvel. I feel they're just the perfect feature for that sort of pillar, right?
But you can't just take them with you.
Right, so you can break the crystal plant we saw in the video, but they actually grow from a very special block. And that block is unobtainable. It's sort of like you think about spawners, right? You cannot just take it and put it in your base. It makes you grow
A to jest takiego...
all around your world.
To jest coś takiego jak spawner, nie można tego wziąć sobie do domu, tylko...
And find out ways of transferring those items from place to place. And I just love those sort of features that really encourage other gameplay in the game.
As an explorer myself, I'm very excited about finding all of these. And you mentioned a usefulness to them.
Yeah.
Yes. So, from those crystal plants, you get crystal shards items, and you can actually use them to craft a telescope.
Będzie teleskop w Minecrafcie? Nie mów. Nie mów! Nie mów, że będzie teleskop do Minecrafta.
That is amazing.
LOL.
It's such a useful item. Super cool. And the cool thing is that, so yes, you use the crystal shards to craft them, but you also need
Potrzebujesz tych ametystów do tego.
the new thing that we added.
Czy tego... Wiecie czego? Jakaś nowa rzecz? Koper, miedź! Tylko po co? Bo to jest miedź Minecraft. Robisz taki ładny to.
It's copper!
That's amazing.
Yes, it's new ore. And you saw the copper ore in the video. And a very interesting thing with the copper ore is that it generates in a different way. So normal ores often generate like an ore blob, but copper is different. So imagine that you are out mining and you see copper ore. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna mine the copper, and then you see some stone. It's like, they look a bit different. So you continue to mine, and then you find another copper ore, and you probably go like, okay, I think I found a copper vein. So we're actually adding ore veins to Minecraft, and like they really add so much to mining. gets so interesting because it's kind of like following a trace when you mine, and they tie so well to the pillar we have about adding strategy to mining.
Yeah. That's amazing. And you've personally wanted copper in the game since you maybe before you started?
Yeah.
You mentioned it once or twice.
Well, maybe a few times. But yeah, so I think I got inspired.
Sorry, że ja mam zupę teraz, ale no. Rosół. Jest dobry.
Green because we have so many like old buildings here, and we've actually added that mechanic to Minecraft as well. So, you know, if you place a copper block, it will first be orange, but after a while, a pretty long time, it will turn green. And it's something, I think it's so cool, because it actually adds history to Minecraft. Because, for example, if you have a really old Minecraft world, then you can see on like a house, and like, oh, the roof turned all green, and then you know that that house has been there for a really long time.
A że będzie się zmieniała miedź na taką zieloną. Im dłużej, tym bardziej, tak? Jeżeli zobaczycie, że jakieś są niebieskie, to znaczy, że bardzo długo was tam nie było. Ale w sumie ładne są te bloki niebieskie. I trzeba będzie koper wymieniać co jakiś czas.
And copper won't only be used for the telescope. You actually have another really cool thing that you'll be able to craft with it.
Yeah.
Okej, z koper będzie jeszcze jedna rzecz.
Jens talked a bit before about these design principles that we have in Minecraft, and one of them is that if something bad happens, the player either caused it or it has a way to sort of avoid it.
Fajnie jakby noc przyszedł.
Exceptions, for example, is lightning
Powiedział,
striking.
ale zepsuliście mi grę.
Some people like to build wooden roofs in Minecraft. Some even build wall roofs.
Me. It's not at all like the grandest castle in my realm actually has a roof fully built of wool.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
No,
but
we did fires.
Yeah. So to try to help the players with that, we are introducing the lightning rod.
Nie wiem. Co to jest? Lightning. No, to jest piorunochron. LOL. Piorunochron w Minecrafcie, tak żeby na przykład jakieś rzeczy nie płonęły.
That is very useful for all the wool
Po
roofs.
trafieniu.
Yeah,
Super.
I think this is a problem that happened to a lot of our players. Even personally, I had this peaceful game that I played with my partner, and it wasn't peaceful. And we went out and we were like looking at animals, collecting a few animals to our base, and we came back.
Właśnie ogarnąłem, czemu ludzie piszą glow not snow. Że glow squid, a nie isolager.
About Minecraft, and there are no creepers, there are no endermen. So what happened? We figured that probably a lightning strike hit and burned down the house, and we were quite traumatized because we were not prepared for this. So I think this lightning rod is really going to help with that.
Yeah, now you don't have to worry about that problem.
You know, I'm gonna place like lightning rods everywhere.
No i teraz można.
Good.
Will be perfect.
Now, you've introduced a lot of things already, and players already have a lot of trouble with their inventory and the amount of items, but you have an idea for that.
Nie mów, że będzie plecak.
As you know, we keep adding new blocks and new items all the time, and that do create a bit of an inventory problem. And we're aware of that, and we've actually been thinking quite a lot how we can solve it, because we want to
Tak, ludzie się pytają, czy backpacki?
gameplay solution, we want it to be balanced, and we actually have an item in this.
Jezu, jaki spam backpacków na czacie.
And it's the bundles.
Czyli jakby bundle. Co? Jakie zarąbiste. Nie gadaj.
Bundles.
Yeah, this is awesome. It's such an elegant solution as well, and I love it. I think we spend a lot of time talking about the inventory problem, and I
Ale
think one of the biggest
przecież mogli po prostu zrobić plecak. Że zakładasz na plecak i wtedy twój ekwipunek staje się większy. Proste. Jak zdejmiesz po prostu te rzeczy, które miałeś w tym powiększonym ekwipunku, są dalej w plecaku.
But I think there is a third sub-problem where every time you leave your base to go exploring somewhere, your inventory keeps getting full of junk. Like, this lot just has 2 flowers. This lot has just 1 seed, right? And I think the bundles are really going to help with that problem.
Yes. So the thing with
No tak, bo one stakują duże... Tak, one stakują dużo różnych przedmiotów w jednym przedmiocie. Na przykład, nie wiem, jak będziesz miał jakiś jeden itemek, którego nie chcesz wyrzucać, ale ci zapycha miejsce jak w punku, to możesz go sobie do poucha włożyć. Co?
Yes, and for example, if your friend has a birthday, you can put like your prettiest item in the bundle because it looks like a gift wrapper, and then you can give it to your friend.
A nie można dawać takie prezenty.
We talked so much today on the like really game design side, but how do you work on the art side?
We actually have a very close collaboration with the art team, and it's great.
So my job is basically to get an abstract idea and imagine how it would fit into the Minecraft universe and then start sketching. So once the sketch is finished, I send everything to the 3D artist to model it and animate it to make it alive.
My job is to bring sketches to life and make them move in 3D space.
Zmienia
The
te
game has such a special look. It's amazing.
jakby artystyczne rzeczy w normalny
Sometimes frustrating, but it's very rewarding. I love it.
I'm into pixel art blocks, and usually when I create a block texture for a new block type,
w animacji Minecraftowej.
I'm going to make 50 iterations of one block because I want to make it right. Every block is like a building block for people's imagination, right? So I try to like pour a lot of love in each block to make sure that people can create what they want.
So I think my favorite thing about the Minecraft look is that it's very unexpected, very unconventional, and that's where like the special comes from.
Minecraft in terms of game art is special because it has such a unique look and it's very restricted. It has to be 3D pixel art and we can only work within those boundaries. So we have to like think inside the box but also outside the box. I've been working on this exciting new mob. This new mob will be the cutest predator ever existed in Minecraft.
This update is incredible. Like, people have been waiting for this for so long, and we're finally going to do it.
Słodki mob?
The community is really happy about it. I hope they have a lot of new stuff to play with, and I hope that they...
Ha, to jest kubek. Ja myślałem, że to jest po prostu jakaś figurka.
It's so lovely when you can think about all of the different jobs within game development. I love seeing the artists and developers.
Nieźle.
We all, like across the show, there's so many different types of roles that people have.
Yeah, and it's really awesome to interact with all those roles and have a lot of back and forth. We're very open in Mojeng and getting ideas from all over the place, and specifically working with the art team is amazing as well. You sort of throw one idea to the air and he draws something and you're like, oh, what is that white thing in your drawing? I didn't even think about it, and it starts so many awesome ideas going. And we even integrated into our prototype process, and actually I think until I saw those sketches by the art team, I didn't really understand what archaeology in Minecraft even means.
Archaeology?
Yes, so we're actually adding a new system called the Archaeology System. In this system, you're basically going to find these excavation sites all throughout your world. And you can make this new tool called the brush that is going to help you uncover the mysteries of all these dig sites. So you come to one of these ancient structures and you can sort of use the brush to clear away some of the rubble that may have collapsed in those structures. And sometimes you might even find something shiny inside them. But, and this is important, if you are not careful enough, like in real life, you can destroy that artifact. And when that artifact is gone, that artifact and all the secrets it held are gone forever. But if you're careful enough, if you take your time and you're deliberate, you can get some of those hidden artifacts. And for example, here we got a ceramic shard, which is basically how whoever lived here used to tell and pass on their stories.
I love the story side of the archaeology, because we often talk about that we want to deepen the mystery in Minecraft. And when you find these hidden artifacts, you kind of find like connections and hints. And we will never tell the full story, but these will inspire the players to tell their own stories about their own Minecraft worlds.
Exactly. I think it's going to be really exciting to see what players do with them. For example, here we see an exhibition that someone built for this, where he can compare all the different clues he finds, right, and try to preserve whatever was down here. And he can.
Ale ja się zamotałem, czy to będzie w Minecrafcie, czy to jest tylko taki koncept?
Whatever new thing and sort of try to connect the pieces, right? And here we see those pieces connected in a clay pot, actually trying to reconstruct them back. And you can create that however you like. You can create your own stories or try to guess how those pieces used to connect.
Yeah. It's also fun to be very creative with these new pots, because you can put the shards in any way you want.
Exactly, and when you're pleased with your creation, you can fire them up, and you have your own painted clay pot.
Pretty. So, Neil, is this
Lol.
program art still?
Yeah, the art we're seeing is still work in progress, but I personally like the dragon. I think it's cute.
Yeah, it didn't say program art isn't pretty.
Yeah, the problem is the artists are way too good.
Yeah.
They just make us look bad.
Jeśli to będzie to będzie zarobiste.
Excavation site is so incredible.
I'm so excited about this. I've spent a lot of time about it, and I actually got to do a lot of awesome conversations with actual archaeologists from all around the world, and it's been, honestly, I sort of feel like I got so passionate about it myself that their passion sort of stuck to me, and it was so amazing to learn more about this, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here.
And you have a dev diary coming out on our YouTube channel where you kind of explore all of the archaeology even more.
Yeah, it's honestly really, really exciting. So I had so much fun with this, and I learned so much that I decided that it can't stop with me. So we're gonna do a dev diary when we're actually gonna talk to those archaeologists, and actually we might even get to visit some interesting locations.
That is amazing. Well, it feels very sad, but we're almost out of time. But we've been hinting at a new mob, like over the course of the show, like 3 or 4 times. So are you going to tell us about it now?
Nie wiem co Rodryk,
We're gonna tell you.
nie wiem co Rodryk zrobił, ale okej.
Cutest predator you will ever meet.
O, jaki piękny to jest, no. Ten cave będzie zarobisty. O, ale będą nowe rybki? Jak fajnie.
I feel like there's only one sound I can make.
Będzie axolotl.
Which is like
Cute.
The axolotls.
How did you decide on axolotls?
So when we add a new
O, so cute, no tak.
wanted to have like its
Prawda.
own unique character. We wanted to have purpose, and it's also a very good thing if it happens to be ugly cute. And the axolotl is perfect. It has all of these things. Well, I guess on the ugly cuteness, it might be quite a big emphasis on the cute side, but still. And we actually had a brainstorm in the team. So we were like, okay, we're gonna add ghosts, but we want to add another animal. And then one of the developers posted like a big picture of an axolotl, and we all went like, yes,
this right
it's like the definition of ugly cute. It's like made for Minecraft. And then we also found out that axolotls are endangered in the real world, and we think it's good to add endangered animals to Minecraft to create awareness around that. So that's also a good thing.
like with the bees.
Yes, like with the bees last year, for example. Yeah, so the axolotls, as you saw in the video, they live in the lush caves, and they really add a lot of life to the lush caves. And there's also a
Dobra.
pocket of axolotl. Look at it.
Jakie słodkie, Jezu!
That is just so cute. I don't know what to answer, but it's so cute. So when you're walking around in the lush cave and you see some axolotls, then you can actually scoop them up in your bucket and take them with you. So maybe you build like a pretty aquarium for them in your base, or maybe you bring them to your ocean adventure.
Lol. One będą z tobą płynęły, nie gadaj. I będą biły. To są pieski, tylko że podwodne.
And now I see why you're calling them the cutest.
Podwodne pieski, zarąbiste.
Exactly. So when you scoop them up in a bucket, you can actually create your own axolotl army, basically, and charge into the oceans with them, and they will help you fight various, well, they'll attack cute fish as well, but they'll help you fight the drowns and the guardians, and they're actually quite useful when fighting guardians because they have this special ability that whenever they take damage, they sort of play dead, and when they're playing dead, no mob will actually attack them. So they have this time to regen back health and then jump back into the fight together with you.
One nie będą mogły zginąć, dlatego że kiedy ich poziom życia spadnie za bardzo, wtedy one będą udawać nieżywe. I przez ten czas one sobie zregenerują HP, a potem znowu wskakują do walki. Takie zarąbiste. Te nigdy nie zginą.
Which is great because it creates like a dramatic player experience, which is so good. So we're like updating the highest heights of Minecraft, the mountains. We're updating like the deepest of the caves. We had this terrifying warden, the cutest axolotl, and also in the caves, like the lush caves are very light and welcoming, and then it's dark, it's scary and challenging.
I guess we can't forget our little goat in there. It's kind of the in-between.
Yeah. We shouldn't forget the goat. I guess it's in between. It is still very cute, but in between. No one can be a cute axolotl.
No, I don't think so.
A zrobili jakby zakres cute Minecraft mobów.
Some of the exciting things that we've talked about today.
Z Wordem. Czyli chyba to są moby. A nie, nowe rzeczy. Lush Cave'y. Ulepszony Cave Generator. Kozy. Minecraft Dungeons. To będzie DLC. Okej. Ametystowe te diocy. Oh god. Koper, mieć. Że będzie z czasem stawała niebieska. Creator Tools? Aha! Będzie... Creator Tools w sensie będzie więcej jakby, wiecie, axolotli. Będzie więcej tych dla kreatorów narzędzi. I tutaj widzicie, daje nieżywego na axolot.
Before we get to our bomb boat, I think there's one more question people are really gonna want to know. When are we gonna get the caves and the cliffs update?
It's a good question. So we plan to release it summer 2021. And this actually is really good. As I mentioned in the beginning of the show, we really want to have a lot of time to work together with the community. Like
bo pies to wiecie, pies to będzie bił moby do końca, nie? A te to są cwane, udają nieżywe i zostawiają moby.
Which one of you gets to do the honors today?
I think Tiny Agnes has been a bit mean
Dobra.
here, so I think
Jaki mob
you should announce me.
zostanie dodany? Zobaczymy. Kto wygrał? Jaki mob wygrał? Otwieramy kopertę.
Can I look first?
You're gonna know before everyone else.
It's the glow squid!
Nie!
I guess everyone was mesmerized by the ghost kid, not just the tiny one.
I was really not expecting that. That is so awesome.
Yes, I didn't expect it at all, but it's great.
No, przecież to jest tylko ten Squid, tylko że ze zmienioną teksturką.
It's lovely. And then it's all dark in the cave, and then you see the cool squids like swimming around.
Nie.
So beautiful. Can they be friends with the axolotl?
No.
Predators.
No.
Oh no.
We'll see. I'll talk to them.
No.
Yes.
We have committed to a lot of things, so I think we need to get work on all of the things.
Najgorzej.
For all of you watching, Minecraft wouldn't be what it is today without all of you. From all of us at Mojeng
No.
Studios, thank you so much.
Zjadłeś?
Najgorzej, nie. Czemu?
To weź
Dobra.
przesuń ja ci to postawię. Kończ ten zakład.
Dobra.
Raz, dwa. Nie gadaj teraz z nikim, tylko...
Koniec.
No.
Szkoda. Niestety.
No jest.
Idź sobie cię.
To z tego.
Więc no. Niestety. Jest Roger. O nie, czemu glow squid, no? Najgorzej! Czemu? Dlaczego? No. Dobra. Tak czy siak, w tym odcinku to by było na tyle. Mam nadzieję, że Wam się spodobał. Jeśli tak, zostawcie łapkę w górę. Suba na kanale, jeżeli nie chcecie przegapić więcej filmów z różnych serii. No i co? No i mam nadzieję, że live'ik Wam się spodobał. Mam nadzieję, że fajnie się bawiliście. Mam nadzieję, że Wy zagłosowaliście. No i co? No i mam nadzieję, że... No i to tyle w sumie. Więc do zobaczenia, cześć. Pa, pa. I czekaj, jeszcze muszę Wam jedną rzecz pokazać. Przechwytywanie ekranu. Patrzcie, tutaj nie mogę się pokrzyć. Wpadłem w drzewo! Pomocy, wpadłem w drzewo w Minecraft Dungeons. Dobra, na razie.